Bridges. Can you imagine the city without them? I think that no. There is even something romantic about them, connecting sites, connecting people. Today I will tell you about Riga's bridges that are connecting the banks of Daugava River.
Despite that Riga is more than 800 years old, the first bridge over Daugava appeared only in the year 1701. Till then there was even a metaphor, impossible as a bridge over Daugava. But the Spanish king, Charles XII, proved that even impossible is possible and constructed the first floating bridge. This bridge was anchored and interconnected by ropes to boats, so the central parts could be easily removed to let the ships pass. This bridge was removed every autumn and brought back every spring. During the winter times, people were crossing the ice Daugava by feet.
By the end of the 19th century appeared the pontoon bridge, which was already made of iron and was located at the place where the stone bridge lays now. But we will return to the stone bridge a little bit later. In general, since 1701 till 1986, there were 6 pontoon bridges, and the last one was located right next to the Vanshu bridge.
In 1872 appears the first railroad bridge, named the Iron Bridge. It was built to provide the traffic on Bolderized railroad direction.
It was actually used not only for trains, but also for guards and pedestrians. It was the Iron Truss Bridge laying on the stone supports.
In the beginning of the 20th century, Riga was growing very fast and the Iron Bridge was already not enough for it. So in 1914 appears the new railroad bridge right next to the old one, and since then this old one isn't used for trains anymore.
During the World War I, 3 parts of the Iron Bridge were blown up, and later the whole bridge was rebuilt and got the name of Zemgala Bridge. Both Zemgala and the new railroad bridge suffered badly during the World War II, and this time only the last one was rebuilt.
Now the only things that remind us about the Zemgala Bridge are its stone supports. But there are plans to renew this bridge.
Also, there was the wooden bridge called the Lübeck Bridge. It was made by Germans in 1917 and destroyed by the ice drift in spring of 1924. It was located between Grēcnieku and Akmeņu streets, and its time of existence was the shortest among all other Daugavas bridges. Another wooden bridge, called Valdemara Bridge, connected Valdemara Street with Kīpsala since 1945 till the end of 1950s, and was located at the place where Vanshu Bridge lays now. Currently, there are 5 bridges connecting the banks of Daugava. The oldest of them is the mentioned railroad bridge. Second oldest is the stone bridge. Both of these bridges are laying since 1950s.
This bridge is the most beautiful and romantic, and it perfectly matches the panorama of the old town. It's used for car and public transport traffic as well as for the pedestrians.
Bridge, Salu, or the Island Bridge, is the longest one, and it connects not only the banks of Daugava but also 2 islands, Zaķu Sala and Lucavas Sala. It was built in 1970s and first named the Moscow Bridge.
In 1980s appears Vanshu Tilts, which means the cable stayed or the shroud bridge. It has a pretty interesting construction, and some sources say that it has the longest span among all the bridges of this kind in the world. Well, maybe. And despite that it's not at all, it became one of the symbols of Riga already. The youngest bridge is the Southern Bridge. For now, it's being famous for being one of the most expensive modern bridges.
Maybe in the future we will see more bridges that will make the traffic less tense. For now, there is a plan to create the Northern Corridor, a road that will cross the whole city and will include the new super high bridge over Daugava or even a tunnel under it. Hansa's Crossing is another project to connect the banks. There might also be a tunnel or the low drawbridge. Time will show.
I want to end this video with a legend about the Big Christopher, the city's protector from floods and other natural disasters.
Long time ago, before Riga and its bridges were built, the giant man whose name was the Big Christopher, or Lielais Kristaps, lived on a bank of Daugava. He carried people across the river. One night he heard a small child crying and realized that he needs to carry this child over Daugava. He set the child on his shoulders and went on. But in the middle of the river, he felt that the child is incredibly heavy, but he carried it till the end. The following morning, Kristaps awoke and found a large chest of gold coins where the child had been, and the kind-hearted giant donated all the money for the building of Riga city.
There are different versions of this legend, but here he is standing and staring at the river and maybe guarding our bridges, hoping that no children will cry at the bank being unable to cross Daugava anymore.